Now I'm suspicious.
All right, so be it. Well, well, well. It seems I am in high demand.
Finally.
That's one way of putting it.
All this to help out the sink. Enough chit-chat. Word on the street is you've been calling someone in this house counterfeit.
Me? Why ever would I make such an allegacious allegation?
We know it was you. We have evidence. We have a witness that points to you.
I challenge you to produce them.
It was Stepford.
You asked for it.
Thank
Stepford.
you. Stepford.
Hi, Scandelabra.
Oh. Stepford is my golden boo, who's not really my boo, and Scandelabra is my silver.
Scandelabra's face falls.
Oh, drat.
Remember last week when you told me the silverware is fake? It's not real silver, it's counterfeit?
I have a faint recollection of such an occurrence.
I remember it clear as day. You started the rumor, not me.
Answer this allegation. What have you got to say for yourself? Pretty sure allegacious isn't a real word. Also, the Y is pretty obvious. You're a fiend for drama.
Not so fast. There may be something underneath all of this.
Is that true? What was the reason you started all of this, Scandelabra?
Why, you ask? Why?
Scandelabra loses control, looking rather like a harried murderer at the witness stand.
Because it's true, that's why. I've seen the silverware flaunting his authenticity left and right, and I simply had to put an end to it.
Okay.
When you've got real pedigree like I do, you can't bear to see others pretend they've got the same class.
Oh boy.
Quite a bold claim, Scandelabra. Can you back it up?
Why, certainly.
Why not give us your evidence then?
All right, I will. First and foremost, true silver like me shines brilliantly. Have a look and see for yourself. I'm dazzling. The silverware in the drawer is dull. Even has some streaks on it. Second rate, obviously.
What else?
Second, there's no need to mark real silver. It's enough on its own and needs no stamp of approval. The silver in the drawer is all covered with stamps.
That is interesting. Is that true? I actually don't know if that's true or not. It makes sense, I guess. So you say. Anything more?
Why, simply listen to the way I speak. Can you question for a moment that such a delicious degree of diction could be achieved by anything less than a genuine article?
Is that all?
I also pinky promise that it's true. All right, no need for further questioning. Case closed.
Okay, now it's personal. Nobody closes my cases for me.
Uh-oh.
Easy, Maggie. Let's break all this down with a level head.
Indeed. Let's separate fact from fiction and flush out the fraud. Where should we start?
What about the issue of shininess? How about the Scandelabra's pinky promise? That sounds pretty legit. But what about the way Scandelabra speaks? Alright, I think I've heard enough. What about the issue of shininess?
What's your opinion?
Real silver shouldn't look dirty like that. Doesn't silver tarnish? You tell me. Doesn't silver tarnish?
Precisely correct.
Yes.
Real silver must be polished to bring it back up to its highest luster.
Which Scandelabra does do quite often, is polish. How about Scandelabra's pinky promise? How about the way Scandelabra speaks?
What about it?
He did take pains to point out his delicious degree of diction. I don't think Pandemic Pulver points to pedigree. Look at all this alliteration. Him talk funny. Him talk funny. This is hilarious. I really want to say it, but no, I'm trying to be a little bit more serious. He did take pains to point out his delicious degree of diction. I don't think his Pentatonic Pulver points to pedigree. I like this one. This one has more alliteration to it. Even though this is alliterations of P's and alliterations of D's, I like this one.
While articulation and eloquence are praised by the prestigious, they are not foolproof signs of anything. And only a pathological prat like the Scandelabra would use it to try and cast blame on the innocent.
Agreed. How about the Scandelabra's pinky promise? That sounds pretty legit.
Naturally, I shall not dignify that as evidence of anything except idiocy.
Alright, I think I've heard enough.
Not so fast. You're forgetting one last thing.
Well, I didn't get a smarts check. Quite so, the engraving of approval. Quite so, the supposed stamp. I don't know, I'm bad at all this. The engraving of approval.
Real silver is stamped in order to affirm its authenticity.
Okay, so it is. I mean, yeah. Now that you explain it that way, now that definitely makes sense.
If we look on your bottom, however, Scandelabra, I suspect we shall find something other than such a stamp.
No tramp stamp.
Oh no! Not my...
Yeah, let's take a look at the tramp stamp spot.
Maggie slips around the Scandelabra, grasping his coat in one hand and lifting it to inspect his posterior.
The tramp stamp.
Aha! There we have it.
Made in New Jersey. The scandal.
Not a stamp of sincerity, but the note of a knockoff.
Oh, the shame!
Nice. We've got some great tea on this dude. Got you. Now you better go explain yourself to everyone you spread that rumor to. Scoundrel, time to fess up. Scoundrel, time to fess up.
And then you can go apologize to the silverware for having besmirched his reputation with your own lies.
That's right. As punishment, you can go ahead and give it a good polish while you're at it. As punishment, you can paste that sticker on your forehead. I believe that punishment is no place in an enlightened society, and that virtue should be held in a high regard instead. Nah, not on this guy. I know I'm just on the right. As punishment, you can paste that sticker on your forehead.
Scandelabra's expression goes entirely blank.
All right. I know what I've lost.
Ah, I love it. I love how his accent changes. It's amazing. And is it totally supposed to be a New Jersey accent? Because if it was, mwah, chef's kiss.
I'm not really a so-called Scandelabra.
I love this.
I'm a completely ordinary, cheaply made knockoff from Freehold, New Jersey.
Love it.
I just want to be special, you know? When you're mass-produced, you just get that urge to strike out on your own. Rebel knows how it is.
Shut up, cuck.
Yeah, Rebel, nobody wants you here.
Okay. I left the factory learning that I was essentially a defect from the start. A bum.
I love this twist, though. This is a pretty... Scandelabra, as much as I am not a huge fan of his character, I'm a huge fan of his story. He's got a really cool... He's got a lot of really cool bits in here. That's awesome. Well done, game. Well played.
But there was no need to lash out at the rest of us.
I didn't anticipate... Like, with everything that I had seen of Scandelabra prior to meeting him, I was not expecting to enjoy his arc as much as I have.
You're right, Maggie. You're always right, Maggie. I've tried to dig dirt up on you, but you're squeaky clean.
I'm not surprised.
For all my digging, all my messing around, I'm sorry. I still kinda get off on learning about all the relations around the house, though.
That's
He
fine.
pokes the tips of his index fingers together in a gesture that reminds you of the way he used to present to you.
If it's okay with you, I'll just watch and enjoy from here.
Good.
As long as no one is getting hurt. And you promise to tell no more tales.
You have my word.
Well then, I'll call this case closed.
I much prefer Scandelabra's genuine, voice. Way more sexier than his previous.
Stay out of trouble. What is your real name?
Oh, just a completely ordinary candle kind of name.
Which is...
John Wick.
Oh, I was gonna say Wick. Is it Wick? John, I love it.
An utterly ordinary name destined for mediocrity. You're quite certain.
It's really not. The irony is, I mean, the game, I know the game purposely said that because it's not.
Well, Mr. Wick, stay out of trouble.
I love John Wick. Maggie, we did it. What a blast. Case closed. What a blast.
You were wonderful.
You were wonderful. I can't wait to work on another mystery with you again.
As a friend, or...
Yeah, as a friend. No, something more. Yeah, as a friend.
Sounds good. See you on the next one.
Maggie leaves you, seemingly unwilling to resolve your relationship in the presence of the disgraced Candelabra.
I am curious to find out how things go with Scandelabra or John from here on out. Let's go talk about our sink.
Just who I was hoping to see.
Let me guess, you've got a new case.
Quite so. And this one will be my magnum opus. I can just feel it.
Tell me everything. Let me guess, does it have to do with someone by the name of Martin Applegate?
I see you've already met.
Uh-huh, that's the whole reason why I started talking to you again. He's the only reason I decided to talk to you again, Maggie. You're sweet, but I wasn't necessarily planning on returning to you so soon. But, you know, it's been fun, though. I will admit, Maggie's arc with all the mysteries is a lot of fun. So,
I know there's something fishy going on there, and I'm desperate to get to the bottom of it. It all started with the dandelion.
say what? The what?
It's the first thing I remember anyway. Up until that point, Sinclair was his usual self, just a sink and a bar of soap shaped like a dog. Nothing fancy. But then, one day, you came home late with some takeout, and after that, things started to get a bit weird.
You don't say. A bit weird might be the understatement of the century, but do go on. So I got some takeout from the questionable dandelion?
Yes, you must not remember. Perhaps it was one of those ghost kitchens? The ones where they only serve food to ghosts?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just a detail I remember from the night Sinclair changed. He started insisting that everyone call him by the name Martin Applegate. And then rumors started going around about all sorts of strange things he was saying.
I've heard a few of them myself. He says some wild stuff, all right. I heard a few of them myself.
I must confess, I can't make any sense of it. What I suggest we do is go and speak with him together.
I think that's just a ticket. I know he'd like to speak with you too. He mentioned finding someone who is good at solving mysteries. I think he'd like to speak with you too.
Excellent. If you'll bring me to him, we can take things from there.
Nice. While we're doing that, I wanted to check something with, I'm trying to get to the point where I can realize, I think Chance is probably going to be the very first person. I really feel, okay, close. We're getting there, close. I feel like Chance is going to be the one I want to realize first of everybody else. It just seems fitting. All right, Sinclair.
Sinclair does a funny little dance when he sees you, leaping up in the air and clicking his heels together.
You've returned!
I have returned.
No better time. I've been hearing some strange rumors lately. It
Oh?
would seem that some people are saying I'm not a man at all. They say I'm a sink who's lost his mind.
Well,
Can you believe it?
I mean, it is kind of suspicious that of all of the datables, he's one of the very few datables who doesn't look like human in his date theater form. You know, seems to be something unique about him. Can believe it? No. Yes.
Sounds like the of agreeance.
Sinclair turns his red and blue gaze to Maggie, his expression completely blank.
And who's this you've got with you?
You don't remember me?
Remember you? Why, no, madam. We've never met before.
Really?
I'm sure I'd remember such a stunning beauty.
He waggles his handles the way a human might waggle their eyebrows.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh.
Maggie bends to allow Sudsy to sniff her hand, patting his head briefly.
Hi there, Sudsy. That's a good boy. Now run along to your tray, won't you, dear?
Yet my dog seems to know you. How curious.
How curious indeed. Sinclair, Martin, listen, I've brought Maggie here to help figure out what's going on with you.
So that's the name of this shapely glass.
Right, and she's a professional. We're here to get to the bottom of this.
Let's dive right in. Our mutual friend here filled me in on your last conversation, and
How rude.
You asked for my help, dude.
Yes, and that's very kind of you. I meant it was rude of me to interrupt just now.
Ah. But
as I was saying, I know the contents of your last conversation.
It seems to me there are a few different avenues for further investigation. There is my very curious choice of occupation, my journey downtown after work, my incongruous lack of memory with regard to other entities in the house, and my encounter with the mysterious vagabond of the Sinclairius.
Why, yes, that's exactly right.
I never cease to amaze myself.
Let's go through these again and see if we can't collect some evidence, shall we?
Let's do it.
Where should we begin our investigation?
Let's get into a bit of detail about your occupation, Martin. Martin, I'd like to talk about your trip downtown in more detail. Can you tell us a little more about this Vagabonda character? I'd like to know what some other objects in the house think. I'd like to know what some of the other objects in the house think, actually.
Sinclair, would you give us a moment? I think witnesses are in order. We can talk to Dorian, Arma, or Sudsy?
Dorian. I want to talk to sexy Dorian.
Who should we talk to first?
Trap Dorian. Let's bring in Dorian. Let's talk to Arma. Can we have a moment with Sudsy? I think we're ready to move on. Let's bring in Dorian.
Hello, loves. What can I do for you?
Oh, I want to trap Dorian. It's okay. Any Dorian is perfectly a-okay.
We'd like to ask you about Sinclair.
I'm open for questioning.
Was Sinclair always this way? Does Sinclair recognize you? Have you noticed anything odd about him? I do want to know, was Sinclair always this way?
No. Far as I recall, Sinclair used to be, well, charming.
I mean, between you and me, Dorian, I actually think Sinclair is charming now. I disagree that... Are you telling me he's more charming than he is now? Because I really like him as he is right now, personally.
He was always thoughtful and took great care to have perfect hygiene.
So he doesn't anymore?
Bit of a mess now, isn't he?
Okay.
I'm open for questioning.
Does Sinclair recognize you?
No. It keeps calling me names like Walbert and Jonald.
Walbert? What does Jonald have to do with?
Really
Okay.
rather annoying. I'm open for questioning.
Have you noticed anything odd about him?
You mean aside from everything? I guess he does seem to be getting backed up a bit more often than usual. I'm open for questioning.
Backed up, huh? Alright, let's move on.
Who should we talk to next?
Can we take a moment with Sudsy? Alright, Suds, gives us a straight dope. What, want a treat? Guess we ought to let you go. Alright, Suds, gives us a straight dope. You don't say. Bark once for yes and twice for no, okay? Froth up if you understand me. Bark once for yes and twice for no, okay? Once. Alright, is Sinclair really a sink? I think that means he doesn't know. Do you mean yes? Bark again to confirm. Do you mean... Bark again to confirm. Are you saying yes, he is a sink? That was 2 barks, so...
Let's move on.
I don't... Want a treat? Here you go. Oh, it's a bone for a bar of soap? One heck of a pupper. Sure is one dang great dog doogler. Best little sudser I've ever subs. I voted this little biscuit for mayor. I vote this little biscuit for mayor. Marvelous. Best time I've ever spent. Excuse me, I guess we ought to let you go. Marvelous. Best time I've ever spent.
I couldn't agree more. What do you think it taught us?
Nothing. Sinclair is definitely a man. Sinclair is definitely a sink. Sudsy is shaped like a dog.
I knew I could trust your judgment. Who should we talk to next?
Why did he come back? Let's talk to Arma. Why are you coming back, Sinclair?
What can I do for you? How can I help?
Should Sinclair be here? Can you provide medical diagnosis of Sinclair Martin's condition? Does Sinclair remember past interactions? Have you ever come across a transformation before?
I have to say I have not, but that's not to say it can't be real. How can I help?
Can you provide a medical diagnosis of Sinclair Martin's condition?
Well, I'm not a doctor, but I can speak to it from an emergency responder's point of view.
Shouldn't we have gotten to the first aid kit instead? Isn't she more of a doctor?
Here's what I notice. There's definitely an altered state of consciousness. His erratic behavior points toward a head injury, or intoxication due to foreign substances. Or I guess, magic? Who's to say?
Magic would line up with his story.
Sorry, folks. That's all I've got time for.
We're not really learning
Who should
much.
we talk to next?
Oh, I couldn't ask. Well, all right. There was one more question I could have asked Arma. It's interesting that we couldn't exhaust all of the dialogue. I think it's ready. We're ready to move on.
What else should we ask him about?
Let's go into a bit of detail about your occupation. I'd like to talk more about your trip down. Can you tell us more about this Vagabonda character?
Vagabonda! What a mysterious character.
What was the deal with her punch card? Why did she curse you again? How do I know she's a real person? Let's move on. What was the deal? What's the deal with her punch card?
It was a loyalty card for a free shovel from Ace of Spades. It's a bespoke shovel manufacturing.
Right, because of spades. Maggie, can you find anything about it?
There's nothing anywhere online. Could just be a mom and pop shop, though.
They sell moms and pops now? Ruthless. What else would you like to know?
Why did she curse you again?
I assume it was because I took her punch card. What else would you like to know?
How do I know she's a real person?
You don't! I don't! Do we really know anything?
That's not helpful, Sinclair.
What else would you like to know?
Let's move on to another line of questioning.
Give us a moment, would you, Martin? Anything stand out to you?
He has no evidence that she's real.
Yes, very peculiar. What else should we ask him about?
Let's get into a bit of detail about your occupation, Martin.
I work for Generally National Auto Insurance.
What do you do there? What's your boss's name? Tell me about your office. No one on the line. What's your boss's name?
My boss is named Boss.
Did you just say that because
Jim Boss.
That sounds like a fake.
Jim Bossman. His name is Jim Bossman.
Oh boy. Right.
What else can I tell you about my job?
What? Tell me about your office.
Of course. But first, what do offices look like?
Oh gosh, no. You've never seen one before?
Not exactly, no.
Then how can you... That's really sus. I should have expected that.
What else can I tell you about my job?
You don't know enough about your job. What do you do there?
I'm a claims adjuster.
What does that entail?
Mostly, I just adjust claims.
That
On
doesn't...
some special occasions, they adjust me.
Okay, right. You don't have any, like, hard evidence that you ever were at a job. Can you go into more detail on that?
Sure! Adjusting claims is a lot like adjusting the human body. Like chiropractors do. You kind of take one bit and then sort of twist it until something snaps.
I don't think that's what that actually is.
And the person says, "Wow, thank you, I feel so much better."
I don't think so.
After that, you submit the claim for approval. And your boss says, "You did a great job, Martin. I'm proud of you."
That sounds reasonable. I get the feeling you don't have any idea what you're talking about. What if my name isn't Martin? What if my name isn't Martin?
Then clearly this isn't the right job for you. What else can I
gosh.
tell you about my job?
Let's move on to another line of inquiry.
Before we do, let's discuss what we learned. What do you make of it?
He's clearly lying about his living. I think he's making it all up as he goes. Yeah.
I thought the same thing. Yet there is no apparent ill intention behind it.
Yeah, which is what...
Perhaps his benign fabrication is a clue in and of itself.
Yeah.
What do you think it points to?
He's a man. The transformation has driven him insane. He's a sink. Something deeper is going on here. He's a sink. Something deeper is going on here.
I'm thinking the same. Let's get back to our interview. What else should we ask him about?
Martin, I'd like to talk about your trip downtown in more detail.
Let us dive into that unfortunate eve.
Let's go over it again from start to finish.
Of course. I left work late and made my way to a local watering hole. The Banana Club.
What did you order?
I had a Shirley Temple.
I thought you said you had 7.
And then I had 6 more of them.
That's very sus. You're making it up as you go. And these were alcoholic? Shirley Temples typically are not alcoholic.
Surely not. Or should I say, surely not.
See, he is charming. Come on, Dorian, I love you, but he's still charming. But you mentioned them being potent last time we talked. Yeah.
My mistake. I probably just didn't finish.
No. You're not being very consistent, sir, and that's very
If I
suspicious.
had, I would have said they were potentially the best drinks I'd ever had.
No.
It's like interviewing a can of silly string. He's all over the place.
Exactly. I don't trust a lot of what you're saying, Sinclair, as much as I love you. Okay, what happened after that?
Then I went to the questionable dandelion.
Questionable. Let's dig into that a bit.
With gusto!
What did you eat? Did you actually go with a friend named Gusto? I feel like that's what he actually meant. What did you eat?
I had one of their new specials. Jimson Reed cupcakes with a side of Diplodocus berries. Delicious.
Diplodocus. Didn't you mention they sold Excedrin by the pint?
I didn't have a headache, so naturally I avoided that item.
You're very inconsistent. How very rational of you. Then what?
I roamed about a bit. Then I saw a mysterious, threatening dark alley which I wandered into. Quite sanely, I might add. That's when I met Vagabonda.
Okay, let's go over this.
What do you make of the dandelion? Questionable
Well,
dandelion.
that is actually a real place. It's usually called the QD. It's
Okay.
the first thing he said that seems like it could be true.
Uh-huh.
But what about those ingredients?
Diplodocus berries are real. They come from the Diplodocus bush. Jimson weed is a thing. Excedrin is real. It's an off-brand headache med. None of that stuff is real. See, here's the thing. Excedrin is a thing in the real world, and like our world. Excedrin is a thing, but we don't have Excedrin because I'm pretty sure Excedrin is a brand headache med. So I'm a little torn because clearly Excedrin is a play on Excedrin. It's a spoof of Excedrin in the real world. But it could be real in this universe, right? So, just like so many other things are spoofs of stuff in the real world. So, is Excedrin actually real in this world? Because I feel like it is. However, I think Jimson weed... Here's the thing. I think Jimson weed is an actual real-life thing in like real life in our universe. So if Jimson weed is a real-life thing in our universe, then it's probably a real-life thing in this universe as well. I don't think Diplodocus is a berry. I could be wrong, but it definitely sounds made up. I could also say none of that stuff is real. But I feel like that's always a trick. I've been tricked before in this game where I'm like, oh, the obvious answer is none of that stuff is real, because why would they even make that an option if it wasn't the real answer? So I kind of, as much as I am tempted to pick none of that stuff is real, I feel like the correct answer is going to be one of these three. So process elimination, this one is the one I'm least convinced is a real thing. I know Excedrin, like I said, but I believe Jimson weed is a thing in real life. I don't know much about it, but I feel like it is. I'm just gonna go with it. Alright, YOLO, Jimson weed is a thing.
It is?
Is it? You bet, but it's just culinary garnish. Grows all over the place, nothing fancy. Yep, it's a powerful psychedelic. Oh! Oh! If it is a psychedelic, if that's true, that could explain things. Because I'd like to believe that Sinclair isn't trying to pull the wool over us on purpose. If he's like, you know, hallucinating, that could explain a lot of things. Especially if he didn't actually have alcoholic beverages. Because Shirley Temples aren't alcoholic. They're not. It's a powerful psychedelic.
My gosh, you're right! Datura stramonium.
Stramonium. Oh, is that what it is in real life?
Its properties include memory loss and delusion.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Let's go over this.
What's the deal with that bar, the so-called Banana Lounge?
You got me. I can't find anything about it online.
And then that pretty much confirms it. Because that part happened after the bar. So if the banana thing happened after the bar, he could very well be hallucinating by that point. If everything leading up to the bar sounds like the truth, then it would make sense for him to hallucinate after he got the cupcakes or whatever.
Okay. Let's go over this.
Alright. I have my takeaway from this line of questioning.
What is it?
I don't buy what he said about the Shirley Temples. I think they must have been alcoholic. But the Shirley Temples aren't supposed to be. They're named after a young girl celebrity, which means they shouldn't be alcoholic if they're named after a young girl. He ordered from a real restaurant. That's the only thing he's told us so far that adds up. Right, because Maggie confirmed that the QD, the dandelion, the questionable dandelion, is a real place. So.
Indeed, I thought the same.
Good, we're on the same page. And on top of that, his diet included a known psychedelic plant. Yeah.
I think we're onto something.
I think so too.
What else should we ask him about?
I think we don't have anything else. I think we're done here. Let's solve this thing.
Sinclair, could you give us another moment alone?
Of course. Here, take it.
What? What is this? What is this picture for?
All right. Thank you.
Thank
I've
you.
been thinking.
You're lucky you're cute, Sinclair.
Whatever is going on, clearly Sinclair/Martin's mind is...
Unstable, fractured. A poorly baked souffle?
Did somebody say...
No. Sinclair... He's adorable.
Exactly. I'm a little concerned that given his fragile state, he's vulnerable. I'm
Yeah.
afraid that if we make the wrong analysis of the situation, he might lose it completely.
Oh boy. I agree, but we have to make a move sometime. I think he's less vulnerable than you think. No, I think he is vulnerable. I'm really confident I know what's going on. I mean, I'm not really that confident. I agree, but we have to make a move. I mean, this is the most accurate. I agree, but we have to make a move sometime.
Okay, well, if you say so, let's do this. I've never been so nervous.
Okay.
I can't make heads or tails of this.
But we went over a lot of evidence.
I've never trusted anyone with a case before, but I'm gonna trust you to make this call.
Why me? You're the expert. I'm just supposed to be your assistant. I'm supposed to be your rubber ducky that you're supposed to bounce ideas off and then make the final call. Why are you putting this on me?
So what's what? Have you gotten to the bottom of things?
We have gotten as far as we can.
Okay.
Well, what's your verdict?
Oh boy, like, the music stopped. This is so
My
nerve-wracking.
man? Or am I sink? Or am I walnut brittle?
You're actually a sink. You're indeed a man. The truth is, we cannot say for sure. No, I think we have to pick. It's one of these two. Maggie herself said that she doesn't believe that he's a man. Maggie said that. So I'm going with her gut and her instinct on this. So that means it has to be Sinclair actually a sink, and the Jimson weed made him go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Preposterous! I don't believe it for a moment! What evidence do you have?
Other objects in the house corroborate something happened in your night out. Your encounter with Vagabondo wasn't real. You clearly never worked in insurance. Something happened on your... Yeah, something happened on your night out.
Yes! I was cursed!
No, Sinclair, you ate a psychedelic weed. No, Martin, you got drunk. No, not on Shirley Temples. No, Martin, you mentioned... No, Sinclair, you ate a psychedelic weed.
Madness! Jimson weed is perfectly safe!
Is it, though? Is
That
it?
proves nothing!
You clearly never worked in insurance.
Dare you suggest such nonsense? I've adjusted 1,000 claims in my day! That proves nothing!
Other objects in the house corroborated.
What?
I love that. What?
It can't be! I can't believe it!
Really?
And yet...
Sinclair wobbles,
Uh-oh.
staggering back against the wall.
Oh... Is the room spinning?
Oh, Sudsy.
I don't feel so good.
Okay. You want to lie down on the on Cove with me, on the nice comfy couch with me, Sinclair?
Sinclair doubles over, holding his sides with a sickly groan.
I feel something in my pipes. Something strange. What are you trying to say, Sudsy?
Hit the disposal. Turn on the faucet. Hit the disposal seems a little too extreme. Oh, the pipes. Turn on the faucet. No, hit the disposal. Yeah, dispose of the Jimson weed. Dispose of it. That's one of the best ways to clear out the... I think that you'll have a more successful way of clearing out the pipes with a disposal than just pouring water into
My
it.
word. That's done it.
He
Really?
stands up to his full height, one hand resting gently on his belly, approximately.
Okay,
What was that in my system?
that's the Jimson
Why?
weed.
I feel as if I've just returned from some sort of journey. Have I been dreaming?
In a way, something like that. Oh man, you've been tripping balls.
Now, the moment of truth. We need to ask you one question.
What is your real
What
name?
is your name?
Right.
I'm Sinclair, of course.
Nice. I think we got it. By Jove, I think we got
We've
it.
done it!
Nice.
Done what, Maggie?
Never
He-
you mind, Sinclair. Never you mind.
He remembers Maggie. Because I think he didn't earlier. I think you'd better get some rest, Sinclair. Maggie, why don't I take care of Sinclair from here?
Of course. You know where to find me.
Thank you. This is fun. I love a good mystery, and Maggie's really good fun.
I feel as if we are meeting for the first time.
Kind of, in a way. Me too. Well, hello, Sinclair. It's a pleasure. You're pretty messed up there for a moment. Well, hello, Sinclair. It's a pleasure.
I assure you, the pleasure is all mine. If it weren't for you, I'd still be a raving lunatic. Now that I'm back to my old self, I'd love to thank you properly.
Oh, how? I wouldn't say no to a date. Maybe we can just hang out. I wouldn't say no to a date. Oh, instant love. Yay!
I claim to love you. I wouldn't adjust a thing.
Oh, nice. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Nice. We're above 50 on everything.
And neither would I. May I take your hand?
Oh, please do. You can take more than my hand.
Sinclair fans at himself with one hand, tugging at his tie pipes.
Tie pipes.
My. Let's at least wait until after dinner.
Well, you've already cleared your pipes, so...
With fierce abandon, you show him that waiting is not an option. He is soon drained.
Wow. Nice. That was cool. That was... Part of me kind of wished it was more than just he was hallucinating because of drugs. Part of me kind of wishing it was a little bit more involved in that. Because it just seems like a really straightforward... I mean, once we figured out the Jimson weed thing, it was really straightforward from there. And I get that it's not really a bad thing, I guess. But it was still fun. It was a really... I was gripped. And I was very intrigued by the whole thing. Part of me kind of wished he was a real person trapped as a sink, because I don't know, that kind of would have been interesting too. Or maybe that could have been a legitimate ending to a story too. I don't know. But yeah, no, well done, game. Well done.